We are with Representative Brian Blake from the 19th District. How are you doing?
Doing well this week.
One of the things that I wanted to ask you about is there is a lot of conflict around fishing in our state, even though fishing is a very popular thing to do. So what is happening?
Well, I've been trying to understand the conflict in the fishing world and recently received some charts that kind of demonstrate what I think is one of the causes. Since about 1989, when we were releasing about 71 million Chinook in Puget Sound, we're now down to 33 million Chinook smolts that we release in Puget Sound. And on the coho side, we're releasing about 35 million in 89, and we're down around 8 million smolts. And that's just for the Puget Sound production, and that's a combination of state, federal, and co-op and tribal releases. And when you reduce your production by that significant amount, you're going to have conflict between the fisheries. I'm sure that the similar thing is happening on the Columbia River and on the coast, but I haven't received those charts yet. So I'm still looking into the issue and trying to understand where we were, where we are, and what we can do to restore some of this production and still maintain wild fish recovery.
This is an important week. Many things are happening, including the Senate releasing their budget. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I am not enamored with the Senate budget. I think cuts in some of our social programs were severe, and I'm hoping that the House budget doesn't contain those kind of cuts. I understand the budget process is kind of funky. You kind of put out two opposing views, and I'm hopeful that, in my opinion, the House budget will be better. The various houses can pass their budgets and we can negotiate something that's more responsive to the needs of people in Washington State in K-12 education, higher ed, and our social safety net, I think, is very critical here in this state.
What are your main concerns when it comes to natural resources?
Well, I'm very concerned. Fish and Wildlife is in a funding crisis. In the past budgets, we've asked them to spend down their wildlife fund, and that's coming home to roost, and they are telling us very seriously that they have some funding shortfalls coming up. We'll see how we deal with that. I have a bill that will increase commercial fishing licenses. I've moved it out of committee. It's sitting in rules, kind of waiting to see if we can get some consensus with the Senate on that increase. There is a sport fishing increase bill still in committee. We heard the bill. There is a lack of enthusiasm for those increases on the sport side, and I understand that they are significant and they may not pass this year. But I'm hopeful that the agency is very critical, I think, to the economy and the people of this state in all the things they do. And one of the things that has happened is we have cut them from about 120 million general fund down to, I think, about 57 million general fund, which is a significant cut. And some of these hatchery production decreases can be tied to that cut. But I'm hopeful over time we can restore that production and those cuts to the agency. I don't think we can certainly restore everything that we've cut, but I'm hopeful.
All right, well, the best of luck to you, and we'll catch you next time.
Thank you.